Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live Noding. We're gonna continue with our Armory engine explorations in Blender. So it's still Blender 2.8, and we're gonna learn how to randomly reposition an object using Armory engine. So let's just play it real quick. And okay, so that's the result. You can see there's a cube is kind of randomly positioned in random position. And the cool thing here, you can see here there's also this debugging windows. This is still something that's, I think, still work in progress, but at least you can see it's updating. It's not updating every time. I'm not sure because I'm using Mac, still like a beta version of Mac OS. But yeah, I'll show you how to do this. The node itself is looking like this. If you look at it and then, okay, you think it's really easy to do, and then you don't need to follow. But I'll start from scratch. Let me save this real quick first. File, save as. So file, save as a new one. Let me call it Armory Printing 3. So instead of cube, maybe I can use Suzanne. And let's create a node logic. Oops. There you go. Node editor and logic node 3 for Armory. And this time, instead of using Eevee, I will switch to Armory engine for rendering. So supposedly by doing that and turning on this debug console, you should be able to see some value being printed here. So let's see how it goes. First of all, I'll show you how to quickly print out like a debug value. So the variable, I think the printing is somewhere here. Let's first get our on update, and let's find variable print. The print is somewhere here. Oh, it's actually under action. Okay, this is very important. So print. There's also sleep. So sleep is actually kind of important. Maybe we can kind of doing this. We can try this at some point. So it's kind of updating, not every update, but it's gonna sleep maybe depending on this number. So that's also kind of interesting. So let's get some kind of input or value. Okay, value is also important, and we have random. Okay, our topic today is gonna be random. So random boolean 0 and 1, random vector, and maybe there's also random color. See, there's random color, and there should be random float somewhere. We can try random color at some point to change the color of Suzanne. If we can do that, that's a bonus. There should be random. Currently, I couldn't search the name of the node. That's why it's a bit tricky. But anyhow, we have a bunch of random. So let's try this random and try to print out random number. This should generally work, but I need to, I think, assign the node 3 here. So just assign it to Suzanne. Assign it to any objects in the scene, and it should work. And it says compiling. Oh, actually, it's already being completed. You can see Suzanne. I can move using the AWSD normally, and Doesn't seem to work. But this guy is it's updating. It's printing out some informations, some value. Okay, so it's printing this random number between 0 and 0 and 10. I can make it between 0 and 100, and maybe we actually there's a scene and a viewport. Maybe I need to change it to viewport. So if I play it, I can actually move using AWSD. Okay, so this is better, much better. And the debug is actually updating every few seconds, but it should be updating like this, like super fast. Okay, cool. It's working. Maybe create our own light, make it a little bit nicer. Chrome, actually, the Chrome engine or the Armory engine is actually rendered quite nicely if you set up a proper material. I haven't done that, but will be real soon. So let's see with this. Currently we are just printing it out. It's not very interesting, but as we start to play with a position transform, you know, maybe try to move this Suzanne head using the action. And so it starts to get quite interesting. So there is set transform and there is also append transform. I tried both. Append transform will continue to append the transform and creating some kind of random walk. So it's gonna move Suzanne head somewhere that you don't know. But first of all, let's try this set transform first. So Suzanne head, plug in this transform. This is not real transform, but we need to create transform first of all. Variable, there you go, transform. So we have this random vector. It's gonna be generated every update, I think, and we can transform Suzanne head this way and try updating it like this. Let's try this. Play. Compiling. Okay, Suzanne head doing some crazy. It's changing position on every frame update. It's probably too fast and it's going a bit crazy. I'm interested to try this slip. Maybe plug it in here. So it's gonna update, but it's gonna slip 5 seconds. So let's try this. I might be wrong. Maybe I didn't use the slip properly, but it does actually work. It slipped for 5 seconds and then doing crazy stuff. So it's not updating each time, which is quite interesting. Maybe I need to use variable time. Timer, update, repeat, duration 5. Maybe this is correct. I might be wrong. On timer, duration 10, sleep. Well, it seems like Suzanne is just doing nothing. So that's probably wrong. I kind of like this setup. Kind of interested with this anyway. Maybe we need to loop it. So anyway, don't worry about that. Let's try this append Suzanne transform and in. So get rid of this. We can use the event on initial setup. We set Suzanne transform, or maybe don't worry about that for now. Just play it first. Append transform. So we should see Suzanne head, and it should fly somewhere. This is actually random walk. Okay, for every update, Suzanne is being transformed somewhere in 3D space, and it's gonna continue appending the value. So this is actually pretty cool. imagine if we can just create like a motion trail behind it. So that seems to work. Maybe we can use some kind of actions. But I'm kind of interested if we can use like a material somewhere. So I jump around, but the idea is to use all this random. So random vector or random color. Now I will try random color. The idea is, of course, you get to know how to print out value if you want using this print. So you can put print anywhere. I think you can also do it like this. So it's gonna print out the vector value. Set material, that's also something that I'm interested in. Material, but I need to find the material somewhere here, which it might take a long time. There's a set material. There's also set material slot. That's interesting. So select Suzanne, give it a material. Maybe material needs to wait, but we have this random color, and if you want to change the color on every updates, maybe you can do it this way. So that's probably for the next video, but there's a lot of question here. See, on changing the color or changing the position on every update is cool, but maybe I need to find a way to kind of slip it so it doesn't change every tick or on every updates. Yeah, but I guess that's enough for today. Yeah, hopefully this is useful. Let me know what you think. If you have anything to add, just comment down below. Maybe you know something that I don't know. But yeah, we learned how to randomly put Suzanne, change the position of Suzanne on every frame. And we also learned how to print debug. What will be nice is also, there's also something called spawn somewhere. Spawn object or something. Spawn scene, there's a spawn object. Spawn is very interesting. Also, I wonder if I can spawn Suzanne on every frame update with different transforms. So that's something that I need to find out. Okay, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.